All right, so today we're diving into something truly fascinating. Have you ever considered that a rigorous exam practice guide could actually be your express lane to mastering a complex technology platform? That's precisely our mission with this deep dive. We're taking the Morpheus platform, a real heavyweight in cloud management, and using a set of practice questions from their HPE0-G04 exam as our roadmap.
Yeah, our goal here is really to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge from these sources. We want to make sure you walk away not just knowing what Morpheus does, but really understanding why these capabilities are so critical for anyone, navigating today's incredibly complex cloud landscape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you're maybe prepping for a big meeting or just trying to get up to speed on cloud ops, or maybe you're just like really curious, this deep dive is designed to deliver those aha moments without the usual information overload. And just for context, the exam itself, the HPE0-G04, it's proctored, 90 minutes, 50 questions, and you needed 65% to pass. It's in English. But forget the exam pressure. We're just here to make learning about Morpheus, compelling and clear for you.
Okay, let's kick things off with a really fundamental challenge in multi-cloud environments, keeping all your data and resources aligned. I mean, imagine trying to manage stuff across AWS, Azure, and your private data center without a single source of truth. It's just chaos.
Oh, absolutely. It's a nightmare scenario. And Morpheus introduces a core component specifically to solve this. It's called Cloud Sync.
Cloud Sync, okay.
Right. And what's really powerful about Cloud Sync isn't just that it moves data around. It intelligently synchronizes resources and configurations across multiple cloud providers and even your on-prem stuff.
Yeah, right.
It really acts as the connective tissue.
Ensuring that no matter where your services actually live, everything stays consistently updated, cohesive. This is absolutely critical for robust hybrid and multi-cloud management. It prevents that configuration drift and, ensures operational harmony.
That makes sense. So Cloud Sync gets all your raw materials, your configurations flowing together.
Yeah.
But once you have that, how do you make sure that every piece of infrastructure you build is, consistently high quality?
Yeah.
And that it sticks to your standards?
Yeah.
This brings us to another concept Morpheus emphasizes for building out environments, right?
Exactly. And this is where layouts come into play.
Layouts.
Got it.
Sure.
What's often maybe overlooked about layouts is they're not just static templates. They are reusable, version-controlled blueprints for your actual infrastructure. Think of them like living design documents. They capture all your configuration details, which means you can track every single change, roll back if something goes wrong, and ensure every deployment is identical to a specific approved design. They're basically how Morpheus translates infrastructure as code into something more like infrastructure as audited and optimized standard. It makes it remarkably easy to provision consistent environments again and again across any cloud.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So
Yeah.
you've got Cloud Sync keeping everything in lockstep, and then layouts ensuring consistent standardized builds. That seems like a really strong foundation. But, for any serious cloud operation, security and accountability are just paramount. Let's talk about how Morpheus handles sensitive access info.
Right, a critical piece of this puzzle is credentials.
Credentials.
Yes. In Morpheus, credentials securely store sensitive data, think API keys, passwords, tokens, all the stuff needed to authenticate and access cloud provider services or other external systems. And this isn't just about, putting them in a digital vault. Morpheus often integrates with enterprise key management systems or uses its own internal encryption to make absolutely sure this highly sensitive info is never exposed in plain text.
Okay, that's crucial.
It is. It's all about enabling those automated processes without ever compromising your security posture or, God forbid, exposing sensitive data to operators or scripts. Crucial for compliance, crucial for reducing risk.
That's a huge relief, I imagine, for anyone worried about sensitive data leakage. Okay, so beyond securing access, how do you actually keep tabs on everything happening, every action, every event within Morpheus? Because in a complex setup, knowing who did what and when is absolutely vital, right?
For that, Morpheus provides really robust logging and auditing capabilities. These features capture detailed, immutable records of all user activities and system events. And this isn't just a nice-to-have feature. It's absolutely essential for meeting regulatory compliance, for comprehensive security monitoring, and honestly, for efficient troubleshooting in any enterprise environment. If something breaks or if an auditor comes knocking, these logs are your definitive source of truth.
Right, the source of truth makes sense. Knowing what happened is one thing, but what about real-time awareness? proactive responses.
Hmm.
In such a dynamic cloud world, you need to react instantly to issues sometimes. What does Morpheus offer there?
So Morpheus leverages workflows to enable this kind of real-time responsiveness.
Workflows. Okay, how does that work for alerts?
Well, workflows themselves are these powerful automation engines, right? But you can configure them specifically to trigger actions like sending alerts, notifications, maybe running a remediation script in response to particular system events or conditions. This capability is absolutely key to real-time monitoring and automated incident response. It lets you react quickly, often before issues escalate.
Okay, interesting. Let's shift gears slightly. Let's talk about a topic near and dear to every CFO and ops manager's heart: cost. Managing cloud spend can feel like trying to catch water with a sieve sometimes.
Yeah.
How does Morpheus help rein in those costs?
Yeah, this is an area where Morpheus really does shine, primarily through two powerful features working together: cloud cost reports and auto-scaling policies.
Ah, okay. Reports and policies.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how they work in concert, right?
Yeah.
The cloud cost reports give you that granular insight into resource usage and spending. They help you pinpoint exactly where the money's going, identify waste, find those cost-saving opportunities. Then, complementing that, the auto-scaling policies automatically adjust resource allocation based on actual demand,
Right.
which directly optimizes costs by scaling down unused resources during off-peak times and only scaling up when it's genuinely needed. It's about smart spending.
Auto-scaling sounds like the dream, the ultimate efficiency tool. But I've heard some organizations kind of struggle with tuning it correctly. Sometimes it leads to unexpected costs if it's not configured just right. What's Morpheus's secret sauce for making it truly smart spending and avoiding those pitfalls?
That's a really fair point. Auto-scaling isn't magic. Morpheus's approach tries to be smarter by integrating these policies with a holistic view of your environment. It's not just about turning things off and on based on one metric. It factors in performance metrics, user-defined thresholds, sometimes even projected demand based on historical data.
Okay, more context.
Exactly. The smart part comes from integrating these policies directly into your layouts, your provisioning workflows. So cost optimization is sort of baked in from day one, not bolted on later. This helps make sure resources are right-sized from the get-go and then dynamically adjusted based on real-world needs. It helps prevent that wasteful over-provisioning while still maintaining performance.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Baking it in. Got it. Now, for larger, more complex enterprises, the ability to serve multiple independent teams, maybe even different customers, all from a single platform instance, that's crucial.
Yeah.
How does Morpheus handle that?
Right. For those advanced organizational structures, multi-tenant support is really a must-have.
Multi-tenancy.
Yeah. This allows different groups, departments, or even external customer to securely and independently share the same Morpheus environment. They get their own isolated resources, permissions, dashboards, the whole nine yards. It's a robust capability, offers enhanced features for scalability and isolation, and it's typically only available with an enterprise license for Morpheus.
Enterprise license. Okay.
Which really underscores its significance for those large-scale distributed deployments.
And speaking of large scale,
Uh-huh.
ultimately, any cloud management platform needs to play nice with the cloud providers you actually rely on day to day. What about native integration? How broad is Morpheus's reach there?
Morpheus offers deep native integration with the major public and private cloud platforms. Our sources, the exam questions we looked at, specifically call out Amazon Web Services, AWS, and VMware vSphere.
AWS and vSphere, the big ones.
Pretty much. This native support allows for direct, comprehensive management of resources and services on those platforms. It ensures seamless interaction and control. It means you can provision, manage, optimize resources on your preferred clouds directly from within the Morpheus interface.
Right.
And just for context, the source material kind of implicitly contrasts this with something like Dropbox, which is mostly file storage, or DigitalOcean, which might not have the same depth of native integration suggested for AWS and VMware in this context.
Okay, that clarifies things. Finally, let's talk about empowering the end user. Because ultimately the goal of a platform like Morpheus, I assume, is to make cloud resources more accessible and manageable for everyone who needs them, not just the central IT gurus.
Absolutely. And Morpheus puts a lot of emphasis on providing a powerful self-service portal.
Self-service, okay.
Yeah, this portal really empowers end users. It gives them the ability to, say, provision instances themselves, following pre-approved blueprints, of course.
Using the layouts we talked about.
Exactly, using those standardized layouts so they can get what they need without going through a lengthy IT ticketing process. Plus, they also get access to personalized monitoring dashboards
Okay.
where they can track resource status, performance, maybe even cost data for their own specific deployments. This significantly reduces the burden on central IT, speeds things up, and really accelerates innovation and efficiency for the individual users and teams.
Okay, so here's a final thought for you to mull over. Consider this. How could the seamless integration of Morpheus's self-service provisioning, coupled with its detailed logging and auditing and its robust cost optimization features, how could that combination fundamentally transform the operational efficiency, maybe even the strategic decision-making within a large distributed organization? What new possibilities might open up? Or perhaps what previously hidden challenges might suddenly surface when you gain that level of integrated control and transparency across your entire cloud estate? Something to think about.